Hello and welcome back to Pillow Talk Movie Reviews. Yeah, I decided to go with naming these reviews Pillow Talk because I'm probably going to put you to sleep. Anyway, thanks for viewing this. This is a movie review for A Ghost Story by David Lowery. Now, I was going to try and do a spoiler free review, but there's no way I can do that because there's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about. Um, First off, this is not a horror film. It is not like a story about a ghost in the typical sense. However, I found this movie to be terrifying, but in a different way. And maybe by the end of this little review, you'll see why. Um, there's one thing I guess I should mention too. If you're a fan of, don't pay attention to my dog. If you're a fan of the slow burn movies, you're gonna like this movie. Um, Even though I am, there was some shots towards the beginning that I wasn't sure why he was lingering on these shots so much, but what I think David was trying to do, or what he did do, because I felt it towards the end, is give you a taste of what it was like that the ghost does later on in the film. Like he does a lot of watching, uh, and even possibly these shots at the beginning of the movie may also be the ghost because there's some time travel aspects in this movie, and well, not really time travel, but the way time passes, he basically, instead of crossing over, he decided to stay, and he pretty much stayed until the end of time, and then everything resets, which they kind of explain that in the movie too. So possibly this is him watching these play out again because it kind of goes with the storyline. But this movie was really good. It stars Casey Affleck and Rooney Mara, I believe. That's how you pronounce that. But they both do a really good job. And like I said, it's very terrifying from the idea that could this happen to you? Could you be, left here or decide not to cross over and you're stuck here just watching? And they have a really moving part in the movie when this family comes and moves into their old house years later. And he's watching and being real upset with how that this new family is here. And it makes you think, when you see videos or experiences yourself where doors open, dishes fly across the room and break. It makes you think, is it just because, this ghost is here playing with me? It might be a deeper meaning there. And I really like that about this movie. It has a lot of deep meaning and just some very unique ways of telling a story that probably shouldn't work, but it does. I'm becoming a big fan of David. Um, I can't wait to watch more of his movies. I watched Pete Dragon, and even though that movie was good, it's not really something that I was into. Um, but this type of filmmaking right here is what I'm like really into. It's what I'm learning as I'm trying to learn how to make movies, and it's very difficult, especially when you have no finances and you got friends and people trying to help you make it, and it's sorry about that. It's it's great to see. Like it's what I love, and I hope to eventually get my work up to this kind of level of storytelling. But it's very haunting, and I guess that's what he was going for, or at least that's the way it affected me. And but it's also like in a very beautiful, poetic way, and I like that a lot too. Um, there's this one part of the film where there's another ghost that's living in another house, I guess waiting on their family too. And you wouldn't think this would work, but he does subtitles where they don't talk to each other. But it works, like in this weird way. Like even just the fact that there's a sheet type ghost walking around, but it works. And part of it may be the 4:3. It gives that old personal feel. Um, I don't know. It just works. Like even his long takes, I'm like I said, why is he sitting on this so long? But I knew there was a reason. But the more that you watch it, as long as you continue to watch it, you start to realize why. And like I said, is this the ghost watching this whole time too? But I think it was mainly just to give you that feeling. You don't know why you're feeling this way, but you're just watching this. And then later on in the film, you start to realize, oh, okay, I'm feeling like the ghost did. You know, this is what he felt. And it was a very good but risky choice, I think. And this movie probably won't work for most people because most people's attention spans are really bad and they want a lot of action and all this other stuff. But there's really something special being done with this story, and I absolutely love it. Apologize for saying so much. I don't do notes, and I just kind of do this on the fly. But oh, there we go again. Did you bring your pillow? You all comfy in the bed, sound asleep, probably. But I don't know. It's just a really good movie. I think you should check it out, especially if you like unique stories. And this is definitely a unique story. And like I said, it's not scary in any way, but it's terrifying when you stop and think, what if this could happen to you or to me? To sit here and do nothing and just watch and think and see the people that you love go on with their lives, and what that must feel like when you see it. And then I kind of feel like too, like we don't mean anything really. When you're gone, you're gone. It's I don't know. You just gotta watch it. I think a lot of people will kind of come up with their own feelings about it, but it's definitely a watch. I'm curious to see. I've been wanting to see it. I just hadn't seen it yet. But The Green Knight, I wanted to see it when it came out in theaters. I just never went. Um, but that's his other movie, and it looked really, really amazing. So I'm hoping that it is, and I'll plan to watch it soon. And I'll probably put up a little quick review on it too. But A Ghost Story is just really good. It's a story about nothing. I mean, it's just like he has scenes where houses over time are getting tore down that they used to be in. It's just how life goes on. Like nothing really matters almost. And I think in one of his interviews, he kind of alluded to that. Like he made it because he felt like the world was going to shit. And it's an interesting take because nothing really matters in the end. So do what makes you happy as long as it's not hurting other people and just being ugly just to be ugly. Just do something that makes you happy. And usually if you're happy, you make other people happy and you act better towards other people. And it's just overall, I think the message in there is good. It's just a haunting experience to get to that message. And I like that. Like I said, I hope to eventually get my movie making, filmmaking skills to that level. But of course, it'll be my way. And I'm still kind of developing my style, figuring out what works, what doesn't work. Um, Learning that my writing isn't as bad as I thought, and I'm getting better slowly as I go along. And the movies that I write and direct are what I consider a Joshua Sharp and Woodard film because it's my vision from beginning to end. And some people are into that my style, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people wouldn't be, but it's my voice, and I like to have, I guess, kind of like what he did in this. There's a message there, but it doesn't just come out and slap you in the face. Like it's very subtle, and I like that. But you should check out A Ghost Story, especially if you like slow burn and kind of the artsy film with a little message in there. It was a very, very odd adventure. So go check it out if you've seen it. Put a comment below. Thanks for coming by. Um, don't forget to check out our movies. Comment, give some constructive criticism because, again, slowly learning and trying to improve. So, anyway, hope you have a wonderful rest of this new year. And remember, until next time, yeah, see ya.